I did finish the Mechanicum book a couple days ago. That was a good one. I really liked that one. Custodes are kind of controversial as a tabletop army. As in Superman's army? He plays Custodes, right? Yeah, my buddy Henry Cavill. I think army painters dislike AdMech because of their fragility and over detail. Yeah, there are some of those miniatures that are just a little too... There's too much shit going on, you know? I was watching, I think it was Mr. War Hipster. What was this called? I don't know. Hold up, let me see if I can find it. I googled it earlier today. There was this mini that is like, it's too many details. Too much stuff. And it's just not fun to paint. Like when you have like these really intricate gold details all over a mini and it's like sprawling all over, it's just, yeah. Lore-wise, there's not enough of them to field an army. Like Custodes? Oh, I see, right. Custodes are, I think they're supposed to be like the personal protectors of the Emperor or something, right? Like the last line of defense? That sort of thing, right? I'll talk to Henry about that. Yeah, I'll talk to Henry about that tonight. We're buddies after all. I'll let him know that, look, your Custodes shit needs to stop, Henry. I think I want to do a little bit more of a shade within a shade. $50 shades of purple, dude. That's what Tyranids are. At least my Tyranids. That looks disgusting. That's exactly what we're going for. Thank you. That's a big compliment. The grosser, the better. Okay. Yeah. It does look disgusting. Yeah, the mouth of this guy is kind of terrifying. We gotta do a little bit of... Yeah, we're gonna do some Volupus pink. So I want to highlight all of the Wraithbone areas. So that is essentially all of the... There's a couple of tiny little touch-ups that I have to do over here because I fucked up. All of the off-white bony color, the stuff that I'm painting in right now. All of that needs to have a pink hue. And I want to spend a little bit of time mixing that together. Now I want to use Volupus pink because it looks nice. It's just a very strong color. So I am gonna be diluting this down quite a bit. Custodes are the personal guard of the Emperor. There are supposed to be 10,000 of them for unknown reason. Blah blah blah. They stayed inside of the Imperial Palace for 10,000 years. Okay. Yeah, I don't really know the details on any of the lore, dude. So what you guys say, right? Until recently, aka 5 years ago. Is this like a book release that determined this? Or like a movie? Or like a game release? Or like, where does the until recently, aka 5 years ago, come from? Books and codex? Okay. Yeah, they're basically guards. That's how it goes. I think we'll do 2 brushfuls of this shit. Yeah, that was about a brush and a half. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think this will be okay. I think that will be okay. I hope this is not going to be too bright. Yeah, I'm hoping this is going to be okay. So this is going to be over all of the... He's going to look quite pink after this, but obviously we'll have to make it brighter again. But we want this to go mostly in the recesses. So it's going to go over all of the wraith bony areas. I want to take this one little section at a time. One limb at a time. Okay. And we want to soak up some of the excess. No, he doesn't have additional mouths. It's just one big mouth, but just a lot of tentacles. And he's holding a marine's arm over here, like a space marine arm. I think I'm going to be painting the space marine as just a good old ultramarine. Okay. That's okay. Next limb. I don't really need to do it over the claw. But it's okay. If I get some of it on there, it's just a bit of a waste of paint, that's all. Okay. Just turning the model around a bunch and trying to check every area. We'll empty the brush on the rest of this, it's fine. I think he's gonna be like a black color anyways, like a very dark color. How do you differentiate between the mouth and the butthole? That's a great question. Generally speaking, it depends on the digestion process. Now, I have seen a South Park episode where they reverse the process, but I don't think that's entirely realistic. Although a lot of South Park episodes are based on realism, so there's really no way to know. What's going on, Kalo? Taking your coffee with me before you go to work? Good morning, dude. Hope you have a nice day. I've already finished my coffee, I'm afraid. But no worries, I'll get more in a little bit. Lauren is home, so I'm assuming anyways. She's been bringing me coffee pretty much every stream, dude. How awesome is that? Are you jealous, chat? I hope you're jealous. Yes, dude. Good, good, good. That's very good. Okay. I'll not paint any of the orangey color on the abdomen. This is contrast paint, yes. So contrast paint is very runny, and I've diluted this down with medium to make it less powerful of a color. So normally the paint that I'm using right now, it's called Volupus Pink, is very pink. So it's like, this is diluted about 4:1. So you can imagine that like the default color would make this guy completely pink. Which could be what you're looking for. I mean, you can do whatever you like. I'm probably gonna have to make another mix of it because I don't think I'm gonna be able to cover the whole mini, but. So I want this mostly for the shadow color. This is not for the highlighting, but basically the contrast paints are very runny and they settle in the recesses a lot, which is not something you can really do on like traditional canvas painting, right? Because it's not a 3D thing that you're painting, but on something that has little crevices and little nukes and stuff, little depths. It's nice to have paints like this. I actually never heard of these type of paints before. Until, well, I started miniature painting because it's not something that is ever done for like regular canvas painting, at least not as far as I'm aware. So it runs automatically in all of the recesses, all of the different difficult to hit areas with the brush. So I like using this mostly for like base coating and for, yeah, quick shadow, right? So you get some really nice shadows really rapidly, without needing to manually do all of it. Like you can kind of do similar things with a brush too, but it would take a lot more time. And it's kind of, you can already see it happening right over here on this one. It settles in the recesses automatically, and then we can work on brightening a lot of the parts back up, which is usually pretty sweet. That's the idea. It's like cheating? Yeah. It does feel like hobby cheating sometimes. There's a lot of little bits of hobby cheating with mini painting. So this is an acrylic version of it. So these are acrylic paints. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but they have a different type of medium for it. And then they add different pigments, right, to change the color, to make it runny. But I know a lot of people have been doing this apparently for a very long time with oil paints, where you make the oil paints very diluted and very runny. And yeah, this is kind of like the Forgate of miniature painting, absolutely. Yeah, it depends on how much you like Forgates. But it also seems crazy not to use in the right situation, right? So like, it's very tempting to use this all of the time, but I don't think it's the best method all of the time. But it's a good technique, you know, like a good build order to have in your arsenal of build orders, if that makes sense. There's definitely still skill to it too. Like, it's not like, it's just super easy. Like, the main problem you run into is that if you don't work with it at a significant pace, like if you work with it too slowly, it will automatically get these ugly ass drying lines. And I would show you, but I've been managing to avoid them so far, which is nice. Now you can work around those drawing lines too, but you have to be using it at least reasonably, you know, accurately, because otherwise it does create a very sloppy look. There's this guy on YouTube called the War Hipster. He uses a ton of contrast paints and he gets insanely nice results with them. So I've been watching his videos for a long time now. And he's very good with them. You do have to keep moving. And then when it starts drying, which is pretty quick, you can't touch it anymore. Because it's kind of like, you know when you like make hot milk and it creates this like film at the top? If you break the film, if you break the little skin that forms, it creates a really ugly tear. So you kind of have to keep moving, but then also stop moving it at some point, if that makes sense. It's a little delicate. So it works really well on things that have a lot of texture. Places like things that have a lot of recesses. On flat open panels, it is much harder to use because well, it wants to run, and if it has nowhere to run because it's a flat open panel, it doesn't really look nearly as nice. I painted some of these Battletech Mech Warrior ones when I was way younger. Ooh. I'm not sure exactly which one you're referring to, but it seems like a lot of folks, a lot of nerds in particular, used to paint back in the day. That's cool. I sadly never got into this when I was a kid, dude. I think I would have loved it. I think I would have loved it, but yeah. I kind of like this tavern music, guys. I'm not gonna lie. It is sweet. Running is bad for your health. I don't recommend it. True, Tensor. Much like the paint, you should not be running. What good has running ever done to a human, you know? Other than increase, you know, lifespan, longevity, quality of life, oxygen absorption, that sort of thing, you know? But other than that, okay. Another thing we want to avoid is this pooling over here. What I try to do is clean the brush and then soak up any excess. So I clean the brush, dry it off, lick the paint. Obviously, always lick the paint. Contrast paints do taste pretty good, guys. That is a big advantage too. Nobody ever talks about the taste of paint, but... You prefer eating glue? Oh, okay. Well, maybe next time you run out of glue, maybe try some paint. Or no, actually don't do that. No, don't do that. It was a joke! Don't do that! Don't eat glue or paint. I also never eat glue or paint. Okay. Rambo, what the fuck is that in front of your username? A September thingy? No, never seen that before. Now that September is over, you have a September badge? Huge! The emote is still here too. Dude, that has gotta be one of the lowest effort emotes Twitch has ever done. I mean, I like it. But it also kind of looks like a, fuck, we need an emote for this year's September. Charles! Somehow the guy's name is Charles in my head. Put it together! And Charles took all about 10 minutes. Maybe Charles tried really hard, I don't know. Charles the intern? At least they have an intern, dude. Unlike StarCraft 2. Sad. Speaking of StarCraft, gotta cast some StarCraft in a little bit. Well, a little bit, couple hours. But I will cast StarCraft today. Hype? Have you guys ever seen StarCraft before? Pretty fun game, dude. I'm gonna check it out for the first time today myself. I heard it's good. It's that game? Yo. The fuck are you saying right now, bro? Why'd you have to make this personal? Is it that thing on Game Pass? 5th of September, right? Or was it November? I don't remember. I heard the Nintendo 64 port of StarCraft is awesome. Well, the Nintendo 64, if you look at the controller, was clearly designed for humans with 3 hands. So maybe if we all had 3 hands, it would have been very possible to play Nintendo 64 StarCraft. But for most folks that I know, people that have 2 hands, 3 hearts, that sort of thing, I find it quite difficult personally to play an RTS game like StarCraft 1 in particular on the Nintendo 64. Cyril can probably play it, but I'm also not sure that Cyril is a human. He could be a Nintendo 64 controller for all I know. Hey, did you guys know Cyril actually finished his military service? Apparently it's already done. Feels like it flew by. Did Did he pass? Wait, is this like a test? You can fail? I thought it was just a set of time. You may have lost a map. So apparently it's about half a year. And he started at the beginning of this year, so apparently he's already done. I saw a tweet about it, so it must be true. Because you can't lie on Twitter. Twitter is known for its amazing fact-checking policies, and nobody ever would lie on the internet in the first place anyways. I haven't actually checked this anywhere myself, but I saw a tweet about it a couple days ago. You get to keep your gun when you go to the Finnish military. You get to keep your rifle. His military service is only half a year. Wait, are you from Finland, Merrick? I thought it was half a year. Yeah, from what I understand, it's 6 months for the average guy in the Finnish army. Like, the mandatory service duration is about half a year. Half a year sounds way more fun than fucking the Korean version of it, you know? Where you're gone for 2 years of your life. Like a year and a half, 2 years, takes forever. The Finnish one seems a little bit more reasonable. Okay. I'm almost out of paint. Quick, mix in a little bit more. Got to do its lovely little face. The tongue. I think I'll do the entire inside of the mall, actually. It is 9 months in Germany, I think. Wait, what? You have a mandatory military service in Germany? Or you mean basic training in Germany is 9 months? We had it when I was young? Ah, okay. Interesting. We'll do this as a base coat for the mouth. Okay. Conservatives are arguing to bring it back. Military service in Germany. Yeah, we've had similar calls as well in the Netherlands. Some politicians are like, yeah, let's do that. And they looked into the practicality of that sort of thing. And supposedly it is not entirely reasonable. Apparently it would be a bit of a disaster. Now I know that military service in the Netherlands is done in like different age brackets. And the first bracket ends when you're about 35 years old. We have a couple more years coming, chat. Come on. The first, I need a few more years. I don't want to go into the fucking military. Nah, I'm good, man. I know some people are excited for such things, but I am not people. Or wait. Maybe I am, I don't know. Nobody knows. There's honestly no way to know. Am I people? Am I people? Or am I dancer? My memes are vital. My hands are cold. Something like that. Okay. We will let this dry. You didn't have to go into military service because you were psychological unfit to bear arms? They use bear arms in Germany? Holy fuck. First time I hear of it, program. I would probably also be unfit because of my ear. Hold up right now. I think I'm also completely, I'm completely unfit, dude. There's no way. My ears barely work. You guys have seen me play first-person shooters on stream, right? It's embarrassing. We don't have to be embarrassing ourselves. They also don't want people that have connections to questionable individuals, so you don't need to worry. Oh, I have a lot of questionable video game-related relations, yes. This is very true. I know many folks from Russia, China, Saudi Arabia. Yeah, we know loads of people from the gaming industry. Maybe they'll just look at my LinkedIn page and they're like, nah, let that guy slide. Go with anybody else. Nah, nah. We can do without that dude. Okay, I think the arms are too pink, chat. But we will make them less pink as we go on. Now, in the official box art, all of the big limbs have darker forearms. So this little joint over here is darker on the right side than it is on the left. And it's the same for the other one. So like the outer parts of the of all the arms actually, is much darker. So I think we're gonna do some fades. Yeah. We'll do a bit of Maggle's purple first, and we'll dilute that down. And I will do the same with Leviathan purple as well. I think that's a good plan. I guess we will start... I guess this one's probably easiest. Yeah, we'll start with that one. I've already used this paint earlier, so we don't need to shake it too much. Look at my delicious little cup of painting water, dude. Mmm. Delicious. No. There's a Dutch guy now as head of NATO, guys. The old Dutch prime minister, who was the prime minister in the Netherlands for, I think, 13 years. He's now head of NATO. So I'm sure this will go well. I'm sure this will be okay. Why lick the brush when you can just drink the cup? Hey, there it is. It's a brilliant idea, Mickey. I'll just drink all the paint water this time around. We'll let nothing go to waste. Rutte is known to never make a mess of anything. True, dude. Okay, so we want to do the majority of this section of the arm. So I'm trying to create like a darker area here, including the knuckle. Then also, of course, the other side. But we'll do this side first. It's the same idea. I'm gonna wipe off most of the brush. It's very subtle, but it should be good. And do the same thing on the other side. A little harder to do on this side, but it's also a lot harder to see on this side, so I guess it's not quite as important. Okay. Let that dry. Do the same thing over here. This is my 50 Shades of Purple beginning right about right now. Yeah, they added the new category on Twitch. Miniatures and models. And since I'm a model, I figured, well, we'll put our stream in that category. Figured it would be appropriate, you know? Plus we're painting miniatures too, but it's mostly because, you know, I am clearly a model. But this is new, like this is as of like literally 2 days. Using a towel for a paint? Yeah, this is literally just this is from the bathroom section of the hardware store. It's really good though. It's just a ceramic towel, right? Like just but it's made to be wiped clean, right? Like it's made to be easy to clean, and these are awesome because you can just, I unironically cannot recommend them enough for contrast paints. Maybe there's a better thing out there, but these are very cheap, very easy to come by. Just the most basic white tile you can pick up at a hardware store. I will be playing some scary games this month too, yes. I haven't yet quite decided which one. I know there's a couple coming out. So I do want to check out some of them, but yeah. I don't really like horror games though. So I don't think I'm going to be playing a ton of them, but... I'm open to recommendations, if you have one that you think I would suck at. I have played quite a few horror games, actually. But I've never been a huge fan. Yeah, maybe Diablo 4, does that count as a horror game? I don't think it counts as a horror game. Is anybody here excited for the new Diablo expansion? I honestly didn't know it was releasing until a couple days ago. I mean, I'm down to check it out, but... Can't say I'm excited to be playing Diablo 4, but it's, they added runes. Yeah. They seem to be making some good changes, I guess. Maybe I'll check it out. I have a bunch of games that I want to play at the moment. I want to continue with Frostpunk 2. I finished the main game, but I want to do the Utopia builder, which I heard is a lot of fun. That's going to take quite a few hours, I'm sure. Then I also want to do... What's it called? Trading card game, Shop Simulator, which I'm going to continue with today. That's going to be pretty fun. And then I also want to finish up the Age of Mythology DLCs. I haven't yet started them, but I heard that they're a lot of fun. So we you know, it's not like I'm out of ideas of games to play, guys. I have a lot of games I want to go check out. We will get to most of them. But yeah. I think I'm going to block in some of the dark carapace, because this is all going to take a long time to dry. It would probably make sense to do a bit of the dark carapace. Now I'm going to be doing something scary, guys. We're going to be using another Citadel paint. This one was included with my very first starter set that I bought, and I don't think I've ever really used it since then. I've used contrast paints for the carapace instead, but I think I'm going to be using this as a base coat instead. So, we'll see. Blizzard is basically dead to you. Yeah, you don't like Blizzard games anymore at all? Yeah, they've done some questionable things, huh? A little bit of interesting decision making, shall we say. I am fully expecting that this is going to take at least 2 coats. Maybe even 3. This is going to block in a lot of the rest of the miniature. You played nearly everything from Blizzard? It went downhill fast after Activision? People always blame Activision for Blizzard's popularity. But they merged in 2007. Like, yeah, we can blame Activision or whatever and management and all that, but they've dug their own grave, man.
And another one.
Thank you very much, Phil. I appreciate it. A full year? Yo! Thank you. Thank you, Phil. I'm hoping Blizzard can somehow make their way back. Now that they're part of Microsoft, it might actually work out quite well. As far as StarCraft goes, it couldn't go much worse. So, you know, now that it's coming to Game Pass, it's already, you know, it's a big change. What's up, Wayman? Can I play Raid Shadow Legends on my Game Pass Clash of Clans Koprulu Sector Edition? That's a that's a question. That is, as a matter of fact, one of the questions of all time. I will not be able to confirm nor deny if it's a good question. But it is in fact a question. It is one of the questions. Am I Galileo? What have I done this time? What have I done this time, dude? That's quite the accusation to make all of a sudden out of nowhere. All right then. Ooh, this little section over here is a bit tricky. I'm trying not to hit the base coat I've already painted. On the tentacles. What's up, Calstar? Model looks good so far. I'm trying. Thank you. We're getting there. We're adding some shades. We still have to do quite a few more moments here to make it look nice, I think. But just blocking in all this dark purple, I think, is gonna make quite a difference. It'll look quite a bit nicer at that point. This is not the most complex miniature though. Compared to the Harbinger of Decay, this one is quite a bit more straightforward. It's also much larger, which also helps. Yeah, I don't know what Galileo is all about, guys. I have no fucking clue. Just joins my stream, calls me a racist, and then leaves. Okay. Alright. Alright, sure. Will I play Neptunia? I don't know what Neptunia is. Ain't no way he plays Neptunia. What is Neptunia, guys? Is this a weeb game? I'm not really big on JRPGs, mostly because they take about 1 gajillion hours to complete. It's a borderline hentai weeb game? What's hentai? Let me Google it. It's like the Bible? Ah, okay, okay. Then I don't need to Google it. Yeah, safe to say I won't be playing Neptunia. They ruined it, program. You tried so hard to slowly get me to agree. But then they spoke the truth. Can't believe it. But if you want to play those games, that's okay. I will not publicly shame you. I will do so in private, of course. But not publicly. The mini turned fleshy so quick, right? Just play this one instead, Lowko. Neptunia Shooter. What is Neptunia Shooter? Armed to the teeth, players begin as Neptune in an unworldly 8-bit space dimension, ravaged by creatures who burst endless waves of bullets? That's basically Space Invaders, dude. Different type of Neptunia. I think I would like that one better. I've never actually played a proper, like, 18+ game. I know it's a popular category on Steam. Never something somebody streams, at least not on this platform. I saw Visage. Visage does look, or Visage, whatever it's called. That looks like a proper scary game. There's a couple of them that I think I might want to check out. Like that is one that I have on my list. Well, I mean 18+ game, not in the violence category. I've never played any of them. No, I've not played Doki Doki Literature Club either. Somebody spoiled it for me though in the chat, so I don't really, I don't think I will. I was unironically thinking about checking it out, but somebody spoiled me. Kind of pointless. I don't know, Diaboli. Probably. Gaming are games are considered art forms, right? So it seems like the general rule for nudity and adult content is having the right labels on your content. So in Twitch, you can enable different labels that people have to agree with when they first click your stream. Usually it seems like you can get away with most nudity in games, but I think the line they draw is when it's like the main focus. So if the main focus of the game is nudity, then obviously it's not okay. Which I think is entirely reasonable. I know in the States in general, it's always a little different as far as nudity goes. I don't think Twitch is really that strict. I don't remember which one that is, but I've played a lot of games. Wait a minute, I'm not sure. Nothing pops in my head, but... Oh, there's a woman that gives birth in Amnesia the Bunker? Really? I don't think so. I remember the story of that one. It's about a guy with amnesia. This may be a surprise, but Amnesia is about somebody with amnesia. He's forgotten a lot of stuff.